A preview of projects coming to the Superior National Forest and road work into harbors. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland city by city. We start in Washburn, Wisconsin, where No Mow May begins next week. Through the entire month, the city will not be enforcing their yard trim ordinance. The No Mow May initiative is used as a way to help pollinators get a good start on the year. Anyone is welcome to participate, and the chamber will be selling signs for those who want to promote the effort. Next, we head to Ely with a chance to meet the rangers. The Superior National Forest is hosting an interagency open house May 10th. Forest partners and the public are invited to learn more about projects being done in the area. The meeting will be held from 3 to 6 p.m. at the district office in Ely. The forest supervisor and a district ranger will be in attendance, as well as DNR representatives, members of the Boys Fort Band, and more. And we wrap up just outside Two Harbors, where construction on Highway 61 resumes Monday. Crews are realigning the highway, Silver Cliff Road, and completing stream restoration. Traffic will remain on the temporary bypass until late September. And then in mid-May, the historic bridge at Stewart River will be rehabilitated, and the existing highway will be reconstructed onto a new bridge. We will have all the details at northernnewsnow.com. And if there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email, and it might be featured as we take you around the Northland city by city.